Alright, I'm not big on unboxing videos, but I've created enough chatter and got enough of my buddies involved with the conversation about these items that I might as well make a video about it. Alright. Always use the dullest knife you can find and cut towards the body. This is the compressor. So, once I get all this shit off, maybe I'll edit it down. There we go. Alright. Definitely packed tight. But at the end of the day, it's just staples and cardboard. Oh man. Gauges, O-rings, hoses. I'm gonna have to read the manual on this one. Alright. 4,500 PSI high power compressor from Yonghan. It's an air pump. And what that's designed to run is the next thing coming out of the box. Alright. Took a little time to clear off my work surface. And the next thing out of the box is the Airforce Texan LSS. Let's see what this is. Alright. Looks like a moderator with baffles. CD, tools. Right. Air tank. Oh, that's not good. Let's see here. Pull valve closed before filling. What the fuck? GoPro, stop recording. I know that is in no way normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at what's rattling around inside there. Probably voiding the warranty by doing this. Who knows? That's pretty disappointing. I don't know the most about pneumatics, but I can tell you right now, when your valve stem pulls off and you got shit rattling around in your tank, it's probably not a good thing. Okay. Huh. Might want to put some super glue on that. Or at least try and keep from pulling that out too much that it would burst. I think that's a safety check right there. So what would happen is when it's inside of the tank, the pressure pushing against this, if it got beyond operating pressure, would burst this off and allow the air to vent as opposed to rupturing the tank. So rather simple fix. Probably gonna have to call the company on that one. Just finger tighten that down to where that one thin O-ring seats below the level of the valve. And get this O-ring out of the way so I don't shred it or damage it. I want to tighten this down. I'm not going to crank it, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a torque. That should be enough. Okay. In the time between that edit, I took a little bit of time to read the manual to make sure that that wasn't normal. I guess you know, you don't got to be a fucking rocket doctor to know that that is not normal. But I did take the time to learn that I had to loosen this retaining screw to get this collar out for the spin lock mechanism. Something tells me I don't want to take that all the way out. I'm going to leave that seated so it cues up. Get a little bit more clear of a workspace here. Wait for that little click. There we go. Tighten in the right direction. Alright. Better use that spanner wrench to loosen that AC here just so I could get it. There we go. That ought to do. Alright. I don't have to get it perfectly queued up because I can always change, you know, the orientation of this. But as long as, you know, my valve for refill is accessible, and as long as my gauge is accessible, I should be good. All right. That ought to do her. I'll just have to read the instructions for the pump to make sure I got it properly lubricated and fixed up with the right and desirable filling lines. Then I'll hook it up and we'll see how it goes. Well, I can already tell that once I get a scope on this, the parallax is going to be terrible. So I'm going to shoot these 230 grain lead round nose. I'm just going to eyeball it, see where they end up. That's not bad, kind of where I wanted it. Let's see if I can group the other one. That's not a bad group. It's relatively quiet. I don't have any ear pro on. But yeah, those two stacked on top of each other. And got a flattened out slug. And it looks like the other one made its way in between the housing and that circuit board somewhere. So I'd say acceptable penetration since I've shot at this before. These are 32 ACP and they didn't manage to go through. That's a, I think that's a 9 mil right there. But yeah, I mean, these are weighing as much as a standard load for 45 ACP. They're getting pretty good penetration. I'm sure they'll do okay on a raccoon skull.